Don't you just love it in Adobe Commerce where you feel like you've built something just perfect and it looks beautiful, and then it just doesn't work. And you're troubleshooting, you're trying to figure it out, and finally 4 hours later, you figure out the problem was that there was this stupidest little tiny thing that tripped you up, and you had no idea for this whole time that there was this problem. And I find that there is a number of areas in Adobe Commerce Magento 2 that are just like this. In fact, today we are going to talk about these in our knowledge bite question. Joseph Maxwell from SwiftOtter here, and it's an absolute pleasure to help you become a better developer. And if actually you're interested in truly becoming a better developer and making progress in learning this beast of a very powerful application, SwiftOtter.com, we have a lot of training materials there that will help take you to that next tier. So without further ado, let's jump in and take a look at our question for this week. You are setting the default value for a new option in store config and write the following option in this path here. So we drop this code in, and the problem is the default value is not being set. What is wrong? What are our answers? There is a typo or incorrect path in system.xml. You need to compare both files to find and correct the difference. That's very possible. So let's keep that in the back of our mind. Config.xml is in the wrong directory. It needs to be moved up one directory to Etsy. So it says this is Otter admin Etsy adminhtml config.xml. So that is saying that there is a problem with this path right here. The cache has not been flushed yet. Run bin magento cache flush, and it will work properly. Now, this is a tricky one because we could probably argue that all three of these here are correct in one way or another. So let's just start working through this and see which one is the correct answer. Coming back in here, A, there is a typo or incorrect path. We need to compare both files and find and correct the difference. Now, it says that the default value is not being set. So while this is a possibility, I would think that we've done our homework and we have verified that this is a correct path, at least as described here in this XML. So I'm going to discount that as being the correct answer for now. It's a possible answer. Now let's look at number two, option number 2, or B. The config.xml is in the wrong directory. It needs to be moved up one directory to the Etsy directory. Now, here is where I threw together a quick example, and I wanted to check this out for myself. Actually, I did not write this question, but I get the pleasure of creating an answer video for this. So what I did was, let me preface it this way. I thought the default Magento commands like config show or in the N98 mage run tool, there was an option to be able to pull the get value from the scope config interface, I guess. And in my testing here, I was not finding a way to be able to do that. So I'm on a bit of a time constraint here. So I thought I'm just going to roll my own. That's just as fast, and it kind of functions as a kata for me. So it's always a good thing. So here's what I did. I threw this together, and we have our adminhtml config.xml file here, and we put our information in here. And Happy New Year, by the way. And then I rolled my own store config here and put this right here. And predictably, I got this answer right here. Well, you can see I was doing a little bit of testing. We did blow up that interceptor there. We're getting absolutely no response here. So based off of that, what I'm going to do here, we're going to do this together. I'm going to drag config up to here, Etsy. Now it's Etsy config. We're going to go blow up the cache, which was kind of one of those steps there. And now we're going to rerun this. It's going to take just a second, and let's just see together if this solves our problem. So we're going to open this up, and it actually does seem to solve this problem right here. So I'm, based off of that, marking answer B as correct, which turns out to be the correct answer. But then finally we have C, the cache has not been flushed yet. So that would also be possible, but again, you're in the grand scheme of things, you're probably going to be flushing the cache anyway. So while A and C are both potential possibilities, those should have already been dealt with, and this really is the one that's causing the problem here. It's one of those stupid little things that can really cause a problem long term. And I hope you found this helpful just as a quick memory refresh to make you a better and a faster and a more productive Adobe Commerce developer. Keep up the great work.